Hey you guys, welcome back to the channel. You're back with the Lanky Prepper, and today I have something special, but it's pretty serious. It's a serious situation. It's a life or death situation. That's usually what we deal with on this channel. But today we're talking about the volcano eruption in the Tonga Islands. And it happened on Friday, and it happened again on Saturday. Today is Sunday, and I'm posting this video so I can kind of do like an update for you guys. But first, I want to give you guys a visual. I got this little video that I want to watch with you guys. We could check it out, and we could kind of, see what's going on over there. Give you guys like a real picture of, the situation. And then I could talk about, what's going on now after the eruption, since it's Sunday, which is cool. So let's watch the video, and then after we can do an update. If you guys aren't subscribed to the channel, if you're new, subscribe to the channel. If you're just watching this and you don't want to subscribe, just like the video, you guys, because that really helps the channel. Okay, do me that favor. All right, let's get right into it.
Tsunami advisory in effect for California as waves hit Tonga following volcanic eruption. An underwater volcano in the South Pacific erupted violently on Saturday, causing tsunamis to hit Hawaii, Japan, and Tonga's largest island, Tongatapu, sending waves flooding into the capital. The Hunga-Tonga Hunga-Hapai volcano, about 30 kilometers, 18.6 miles, southeast of Tonga's Fanuafo'o Island, first erupted on Friday and a second time on Saturday around 5:26 p.m. local time, according to CNN affiliate Radio New Zealand, RNZ. The eruption sent a plume of ash and gas steam 20 kilometers, 12.4 miles, into the air, according to RNZ. Satellite imagery showed a massive ash cloud and shockwaves spreading from the eruption. Ash was falling from the sky in the Tonga capital, Nuku'alofa, Saturday evening, and phone connections were down. The eruption caused a severe tsunami on Tongatapu, where the capital is located, with waves flowing onto coastal roads and flooding properties on Saturday. Residents fled for higher ground as waves swept the waterfront, Main Street, and grounds of Tonga's Royal Palace, according to RNZ. Though it was early evening, videos show the sky already dark from the ash cloud.
Egypt, stop.
Tonga's King Tupou VI was evacuated from the palace, RNZ said, citing local media reports of a convoy of police and troops rushing the monarch to a villa at Matakeiua. The eruption also had effects across the Pacific, as tsunami warnings and advisories were issued from parts of New Zealand and Japan to the United States and Canada's British Columbia. Per the National Weather Service, a tsunami warning means those nearby should get inland or seek higher ground immediately, while an advisory means they should stay away from the shore and out of the water. Japan's meteorological agency issued a tsunami advisory for the country's coastal areas early Sunday morning, with the northeastern prefecture of Iwate seeing waves as high as 2.7 meters, 9 feet. Multiple smaller tsunamis were reported in numerous other locations, according to public broadcaster NHK. Japan's Coast Guard was out assessing damage, but so far none had been reported, NHK said, noting it was still dark and more waves were expected. Officials continued to ask people to stay alert and away from beaches. Japan's meteorological agency issued a tsunami warning for the southern Amami Island and Takara Island chain in Kagoshima Prefecture and a tsunami advisory for all coastal areas facing the Pacific Ocean, NHK reported. The agency later issued another tsunami warning for Iwate. Footage shared on NHK from a viewer in Setachi Town, on Amami Oshima Island, showed bumper-to-bumper traffic as cars evacuated to higher ground. Other footage showed people sleeping on floors in evacuation centers in Iwate. Elsewhere, Australia's Bureau of Meteorology said it recorded a tsunami wave of 1.2 meters, about 4 feet, near Nuku'alofa at 5:30 p.m. local time on Saturday. And the Pacific Tsunami Warning Center said tsunami waves of 2.7 feet, 0.8 meters, were observed by gauges at Nuku'alofa and waves of 2 feet at Pago Pago, the capital of American Samoa, Reuters reported. The nearby island of Fiji also issued a public advisory asking people living in low-lying coastal areas to move to safety in anticipation of the strong currents and dangerous waves. Footage from the ground shows people fleeing to higher ground in Suva, the capital of Fiji, as large waves hit the coast. In Samoa, another Pacific island nation, a tsunami watch is in effect for all low-lying coastal areas, the Samoa Meteorological Service said, with residents and visitors advised to stay away from beach areas. An earlier tsunami advisory for the Pacific island nation of Vanuatu was discontinued, with the country's National Disaster Management issuing an all-clear. The office had earlier advised residents to move away from the coastline and seek higher ground. The eruption also sent waves to the U.S. West Coast, with some exceeding 3 and 4 feet in height, according to the National Weather Service office in San Diego. The highest waves recorded were in Port San Luis, California, 4.3 feet, King Cove, Alaska, 3.3 feet, Area Cove, California, 3.7 feet, Crescent City, California, 3.7 feet, and Port Reyes, California, 2.9 feet. The first tsunami waves were felt on the West Coast early Saturday morning, according to Dave Snyder, the tsunami warning coordinator at the National Weather Service's National Tsunami Warning Center in Palmer, Alaska. A wave as high as 1.2 feet had been observed in Nikolsky, Alaska, he told CNN via telephone, while waves as tall as 1 foot were observed in Atka, Adak and King Cove, Alaska. This may not be the largest wave as this is coming in yet, Snyder told CNN, saying the event was not over.
Yeah, you guys, so that all happened on Friday and Saturday. So today is Sunday, and what I can tell you is that California, I think the highest we received was about 3 feet in waves. And I think Alaska got the biggest waves. I think they got about 5 feet. You know, different news channels are saying different things about the waves, but at the end of the day, it wasn't too bad for the West Coast. But you know, this is just an eye opener, you guys, that this type of stuff can happen at any given time. You know, if you watch that video, it was just a boom, and then it was on and popping. You know, so those people, they can't go to the store right now because they've got that toxic ash in the air, so they can't even come out the house. And you know, if they weren't prepared for this, you know, they could be screwed. You know, they could starve to death in the house, you know, if no help comes. They really got to rely on somebody to save them. You know, they really got to rely on a superhero. So I don't want you guys to be in that situation. I don't want you guys to be waiting on a superhero. I want you guys to, you know, keep food in your house, keep water in your house. You know, this place, this Tonga Island, it's in the middle of nowhere. It's only next to other islands, you know what I mean? The closest thing to it is like, Fiji and Australia. So, you know, they got to count on help to come from really far away, you guys. So who knows how long that could take. You know, we don't want to be in a situation like that where we have to rely on help. We're on a little island waiting on help. You know what I mean? We don't want to be in that. And we already see that we're all the way in California. Some of us are all the way on the West Coast, and we're still being affected by, you know, something going on all the way over here. So it's really easy to be in an emergency situation, to be in a Shtf situation. So let's all stay prepared, you guys. Let's all be ready. Let's take this as a warning, and, you know, let's build up our pantries. Let's build up our water supplies. You know, let's stay ready, you guys, so we don't got to get ready, all right? Appreciate you guys watching. I got more content coming soon. Make sure you like and subscribe. And anything else? No, that's it. Peace, guys.